Hi, this is Judy from Mountain Baby, and it's Sunday and time for the Sunday blog. Well, you're used to getting it in writing, but I just got back from New York City, which is significantly different than this place, and I'm a little jet lagged, and I thought I can't sit down and write a blog because it takes me too long and I'm a little fuzzy headed, so I was just going to talk. Today I'm going to talk my blog, Sex, Drugs, and Tattletaling. I had a couple of encounters with some moms, which got me really thinking about the whole topic of trust and having your kids feel safe to tell you what's going on in their lives. And so I thought I'd talk about that. For those of you with very little kids, what do they have to do with sex and drugs and all that? As you know, I'm always about getting you to connect with your kids as much as possible. And that connection that you build when they're newborns and you keep it going throughout their lives really makes a big difference later on. So I want to tell you about these two situations that I heard about and why they really impressed me. So one of them was a mom whose little girl, who is 10 in elementary school, came to her and said that a bunch of her friends were going to go to the schoolyard, run away and escape and play hooky. And she didn't think that was right. And so she talked to her mom about it. So I thought that's pretty darn impressive that she felt comfortable to go to her mom and talk about what was going on that she didn't feel comfortable about. And she trusted her mom enough to be able to say what was going on and to be able to talk to her about it and to get some real interaction around it. And it turned out to be a great connecting point for her and her mom. And also it meant that she was not being pulled by her friends doing this, that she felt a real stronger connection to her mom to be able to talk about it. This didn't come back by accident. I know this mom quite well, and I know that she has and her partner have put a tremendous amount of effort into really connecting with their kids, spending a lot of time with them, doing a lot of things with them, reading to them every night before bed, staying with them for a long time when they're in bed, really talking to them, getting lots of connecting time, and making it very, very safe for her kids to talk about what they're experiencing and what's going on. And it's just that sense of safety and connection that they have created that allowed her daughter to come forward and tell her what was going on and work out all of her feelings about it and the conflict she felt about maybe going with the kids or not going with the kids, and she decided it wasn't right, and then she decided to talk to her mom about it. And I thought, like, great job in parenting. She has successfully created the connection that her daughter needed to be able to talk to her. When I was away, I talked to an old friend of mine who has two teenagers, 15 and 17. They were both coming to her, talking to her about totally wild sex that these teenagers were doing, from one partner to the next partner, in the schoolyard, in the car, in the home, whatever. Also, how much drinking was going on and how much drug use was going on, which her kids were not participating in, and they felt safe enough to tell her about it and talk about it and get support from her to help them not get into that scene. So I said to my friend, well, where are these kids' parents? Like, why is this happening to them? She said they basically have such a distant relationship with their parents that they don't even see their parents as somebody to talk to or somebody to turn to when they're confronted with this kind of situation. And if any of you went through adolescence, and I'm sure you all did, the pressures are phenomenal. I know when I was a teenager, my parents were immigrants. They didn't understand anything about this culture. There was no way I could talk to them about what I was experiencing, and it was really lonely. There were a lot of issues coming up that I didn't know how to deal with, and all I could talk to were my friends who didn't know what they were doing either. So this is going on with these kids now, but it's so much more extreme than when I was growing up, and really scary and really dangerous. And not only were they doing this stuff, but they were posting it on their Facebook continuously. It's called shock postings, and the more outrageous they got, the more they wanted to post it and show people how they were doing these really shocking things. It was darn scary. And again, I thought, like, I know this mom really well as well, and I know how she parented her kids also. She was a very connected mom. Same thing, spent lots of time talking with her kids, tucked them in every night, spent time with them every night, just talking about how they were feeling, what was happening with them. And this relationship has just carried on. She didn't get to the point, well, you're 6 now, you don't need me anymore. It was like, no, I'm your mom and you need me, and this connection needs to be kept over time so that when you are an adolescent, you can come to me and talk to me about these issues. And I just felt both these situations just made a really strong point about how much your kids need you and how much they need you to connect with them. So I know, like, when you're stressed out and you're overwhelmed and you have just so much to do, it's really tempting to just, put your kids in front of a screen or give them the iPhone to play with or their tablet and you do your thing. And just think about that when that choice is there and you have the option to connect with your child and talk to your child so that they feel really comfortable and safe talking to you all the time, day after day after day, about what's going on with them. When the big stuff happens and it's really critical, you are there and they can come to you. And I know, as a parent of 2 kids who are in their 30s, they still talk to me about everything that's going on in their lives. I really feel I can still be, the older, wiser person to help them. What a gift to give to your kids. So spend as much time as you can with them, connect with them, and make a safe place for them to talk to you about whatever's happening in their lives. Thanks so much for watching, and I would love to hear from you about what you think about doing the blog in video format. I'd also like to hear your comments, and also if you have any questions, just write in the comment section and let me know, and I get back to everybody who writes to me. Share this with your friends, and if you want to see anything else of the blogs that I've done, you can just click below on the link to the blog. Bye.